Hello, what's up, guys? Lord Beerus here from the Celestial Avengers. This is war number 3, and we are facing off against New Nation. And the bands are Apocalypse, Corvus, Onslaught Serpent, and Carolina Deal. So, starting off today, my team is gonna be Future Ant-Man, Bastion, and I think it was Spire, or no, it was White Max, yeah. So the team was Bastion, Future Ant-Man, and White Max. So this was a very crucial war for us because in the last two wars we lost one and we won one against X-Men. We lost against LVD in our first war. So starting off today, I'm on path 5. I've done these fights before with the similar matchups or the exact same matchups. Bastion vs Werewolf on Node 5, and then the next fight is Nick Fury, which I'm doing with Future Ant-Man, which went awfully last time as well. So yeah, just starting off boosting myself as high as I can. These days boosts are really common, so I'm just going for the max boost every war as we play for top 10, hopefully podium someday. So yeah, this is fight number 1. I'm using Bastion. I'm not running suicides for this fight because I decided to not run suicides for the path fight as long as I have alternate fights with Bastion. If I have 4 fights or 3 fights with Bastion, then I'm gonna run suicides. This is a pretty normal fight. Just have to drop my special 2 and then drop a special 1 where it dies pretty much. In this fight I do take a lot of structure damage, which I knew I was not gonna die unless I take a lot of blocked hits. And while I was playing this war I was really sick as well, so I didn't have the best fights I usually do, and there I dropped my special 1 when he had the protection on. So yeah, that was a waste of special 1. So Werewolf throws a special 1 there, I go for a heavy. Now my infection is falling off. I have to quickly build up to my special 1, but before that I have to remove the protection. I remove the protection, but then the infection time is over and I am almost losing my furies here. So there I drop my special 1, I think. I lost a lot of health due to the rupture damage in this fight. I'm almost down to 40%, which was not ideal. But I was having a rough day that day, and the next day after that I had a pretty rough week this last week because I had all kinds of diseases. I wasn't ill before. I don't know, it's been a year or more since I've been ill like this, so I'm still recovering. My throat is still a little bit rough, so I didn't have the best fights this day. So this is Note 14 with Future Ant-Man against Nick Fury. So I'm using Future Ant-Man here, running all the tech power back boosts. This is not the hardest fight unless you miscalculate the hits on him and then you end up taking a special 1 when he is unblockable. So just have to watch out on that, but I was not fully logged in because of my health as well in this fight. And it was going smoothly in the first few seconds, then here he throws a special 1 which was unblockable and I failed to dex it, which is really hard to dex actually. So here he throws his heavy. I had endurance up so I can just counter his unstoppable heavy attack. And this is my 4th season in tier 1 and I haven't died to a path fight in my last 3 seasons. So I'm not gonna die to a path fight, at least I hope so. But here my blocks failed. I don't know, he was not even unblockable there. I was blocking and he ended with a light ending combo which inflicted a big bleed on me. It didn't even land, so the RNG was not on my side in this fight, and I keep taking a lot of hits in this fight. I don't know what happened there. I just choked this fight pretty much. I was down to 2% there. I somehow hit back to 10%, but I knew if I do even one more mistake, I'm gonna die in this fight. So here I try to remove his protection, but then which triggers his unblockable. But thankfully I bait out a heavy there and push him to special 2, which I can dex. So here I dex for his special 2, and then I drop another special 1 here, I think. Yeah, I drop a special 1 which puts him into his second life. I didn't have a lot of health to work with in this fight, and then he special intercepts me there, and I'm back to 2% now, so I'm just hanging out on those last HPs. Even if I take a single hit now, and if it doesn't land, I'm dead, which there I died, which was really awful from me. I took a lot of hits in that fight. I took 34 hits, so that was a terrible fight from me. I can't blame my health issues because it's literally a relaxing game. Yeah, you can do it while you're on the bed or you're sitting. So yeah, I was just not fully logged in this war. So that was my first death of this season as well, dying to a path fight, and that path fight was my first path fight death as well. I think in tier 1. And in the second run, this second run also wasn't the perfect run. Here I keep taking hits. I took a lot of hits in this fight. I'm already down to 50% health again, so it was not a really good fight from my side. Here he drops his heavy, I go for my combo and he dies finally. Yeah, even the second run was not the best. I could have easily soloed the fight if I just stayed calm, which I wasn't able to do that in the whole war. You'll see not a single fight in this war was like a good fight. Like I've done a couple of fights I'll do next that I've done before, and they were much cleaner than this war. So here I was just checking out on my boosts, and then for this fight I'm again back to path 4 on section 2, which is mostly because of that apocalypse fight that I'm gonna take with Future Ant-Man. So this is a Killmonger fight. Nothing to worry about in this fight. Just drop my special 2, special 1 when the taunt's not up, and then watch out for his reverberation timer when I drop my specials. I could wait any of his specials because I had that endurance, so I can just counter his unstoppable or the counter punch charge if I need to, but I didn't go for it because I can die in this fight. So I was like, yeah. Even still, this fight wasn't even perfect as well. Like, this war was a terrible war from my side, like a terrible performance from my side. So here I go for my special 2, drop it in the infection, I get 2 furies, and then I quickly drop my special 1, which did not do that much damage as I expected it to do, but it still did a decent amount. It's down to 40% now, so I was hoping one more special 1 should do the job. So here I drop my special 1, and yeah, that kills him. Even with this fight, like, that was a decent fight overall, but still that was not the cleanest fight. I've done that node before, and even on the tactic defender as well, and it was a much cleaner fight before. So here I'm gonna heal up my Future Ant-Man. A big shout out to Stone, our alliance leader, who hooked me up with those 60k health pots, which helped me through a lot of fights when I lose a lot of health because of the suicides I run for the Bastion fights mostly. And I had a terrible performance this war as well, so they came in handy. And this was the last path fight on path 4, which is just basically he's gonna be unblockable from this moment. So I just have to dex his special ones, I did manage to deck some special ones, but I did take it later on in the fight. So here I drop my special one. I still have a dry throat. I could barely talk past 2 days. That's why I wasn't able to upload, but it is a little recovered now. So yeah, here I got hit by his last laser attack. I had this indestructible boost as well for this fight, so I couldn't basically die in this fight unless I just ate combos like the Nick Fury fight. So here I drop my special one, which drains all of his power. I go for an intercept, but he sidesteps me, but then I drop a special 2, which does a decent amount of damage. He's now down to 35%, so I just have to bait his special ones. I was still failing to dex his last hit on a special one. I don't know. I just didn't had a good rhythm in this war overall. So there I drop my special one, power drain him, and go for a quick intercept. He's almost down here, so I just have to do a couple of combos, keep his power bar checked. He drops a special one there. Try to dex, and again I got the third hit on my face. So I was like, yeah, today's not my day. Even the next war was the most awful performance from me in tier 1. Like, I have never done such ugly fights. Like, it wasn't even a bad assignment. It was just I didn't have enough knowledge about the fight and the notes. So yeah, watch out for that one. So here I have finished my path fights. I have 2 more fights after this. One being this bullseye on note 44. Again, I'm doing this with passion. So here I turn on my suicide masters because this is a mini boss fight. So this is hazard shift, rupture and bleed, or no, rupture and poison, I think. Yeah, it's rupture and poison. So I place a wax just because I get more attack boost there, like 15%. And then I think I go for a power start 1 boost there. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I do go for a power start 1 boost there. So yeah, this fight, I mean, bullseye, I can just draw with special ones and dex with special 2s if needed. I drop my special 2 and then a big special 1 should do the fight. And I just have to watch out during the rupture phase that I don't do a lot of hits on him. Here he was being really aggressive, so I just go for a heavy there. And then throw my special 2, which did best 2 ruptures on me, but I was not too worried about that because I'm gonna heal some of the damage during the poison phase because he doesn't take any poison damage. But here bullseye was being really passive. I needed him to throw that special 1. He throws it, and I was waiting out for the rupture phase here, so I go for a heavy there, and then relic, I think. Here I just go for my special ones from this point of the fight. It was not my day, so I was just like, I have to just get out of this fight. I have already died to a path fight. I don't want to die anymore in this war. Also, this being a very crucial war for us. So yeah, here he does 2 whole combos in my block. He was not dropping his heavy. Finally he does it, and then I throw my special one. Even in this fight I take like 40% damage. Like, this was a really expensive war for me. I had to use a lot of health potions, and this was not even my worst performance. This being like the war where I wasn't mentally fully into the fights. Like, even though in the normal situations when I am close to dying, I still manage to like bring up a strategy at the last moment so I can survive the fight and somehow finish it without dying. But this war just was a complete error from my side. So this was the last fight I had, which is Dust on 48, I think. Yeah. So in this fight I just go for my special ones because the special do burst. I think they fixed it, so it doesn't do damage over safeguard. So I just have to watch out for that degen timer and then not parry Dust, because once I parry her, then if she does medium ending combo while I have the surging swarm on me, I will be stun locked for the rest of the fight if she does medium ending combos back to back. So it's like I can just block hits, she's not gonna do a lot of damage on my blocks, so I can just simply block the hits and then keep throwing the special ones, do the fight slow and steady, and eventually she's gonna die unless I parry her, which I don't think I do. So this was a simple enough fight. Just keep throwing my special ones and then take blocked hits, bait her heavy and punish it. And yeah, pretty much that's about this fight. So we did end up losing this war. It was not a close one because, like right there, she is now doing medium ending combos. So I was like, am I gonna die to this? Then I throw my special 3. So yeah, I don't die in this fight, but still this was not a good performance from my side. So hopefully once I fully recover, I can get back better at these war videos. So we ended up losing this war, as I was saying. It was not a close one. We died I think 10 times and Munition died 3 times. So GG's to them. They had a really good war against us. We did have a 3 death war last war, but this war we just didn't have the best performance from our side. So yeah, that is gonna be for this video, guys, and wait for the next one because it's gonna be even worse, the next war fight or the next war I'm gonna do. So thank you for watching, guys. We lost the war, as you can see there, and GG's to Nation. Bye bye.